Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Schwartz-Reichel. My career began in music education where I learned the importance of a key change, a shift, in the tonal center of a piece of music, often used to inject energy or produce significance. Eventually, I realized the impact of making key changes in all areas of my life and the desire to help others do the same. Making key changes can be difficult. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I do like to pose questions for reflection and offer actionable key changes for us to attempt in both our working and living situations. Together, we can unlock our greatest potential in collaboration with those we love, serve, and lead. Let's discover how we can grow together by making key changes. I have spoken about burnout several times on this podcast. I've dedicated full episodes to the topic of burnout. You can go back and listen to episodes number 2, number 12, and number 53 to support your needs. The topic of burnout has come up a lot in numerous other episodes too. Why? Because we are all experiencing burnout, have experienced it, or are observing those we love, serve, or lead trying to break free from the cycle of burnout. In the last few years, I have been invited to speak to students at universities and employees at schools, companies, and organizations about beating burnout. The most popular talk I give is titled Beat Burnout: 5 Key Changes to Address It, Recover from It, and Prevent It. Everyone wants to know the secret sauce to break free from burnout. Yet, it's an endless cycle of change, one that you need to reflect on, research, and refresh repeatedly throughout your life. Burnout doesn't just make you tired, it blocks your ability to thrive. You can't grow if you're constantly trying to survive. Beating burnout gives you the energy, mindset, and clarity needed to evolve and thrive. If you haven't yet listened to this show's previous episodes on burnout, then let's review exactly what burnout is and what it can do to you. Burnout is a state of emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion caused by prolonged and excessive stress, especially related to work or caregiving roles. It's not just being tired. It's when your tank is empty and you're running on fumes for too long. Burnout has 3 components. The first component is exhaustion. It's a sense of constant fatigue, even after resting. You may feel drained and unable to cope with life, work, or others. The second component is cynicism, which is when you feel negative or distant from your work or responsibilities. Cynicism emerges when there is a growing disconnection from people or tasks you once cared about. The third and final component of burnout is inefficacy. This is a failure to produce the desired effect. You are unable to be productive or effective. You may ask the dreaded question, what's the point? Stress is often caused by over-engagement. However, burnout is triggered by disengagement. There's a feeling of hopelessness, lack of energy or care, and it can linger and deepen when little or no change is made. Burnout affects not just your work or home, but your health, relationships, and overall well-being. Left unchecked, it can lead to anxiety, depression, or serious health issues. Beating burnout is essential. Breaking free from the endless burnout cycle is necessary to thrive. Here are some more key changes to consider for breaking free from burnout. Key change number 1, reclaim boundaries. Burnout often starts with blurred boundaries, such as working late, saying yes to everything, and skipping breaks. Don't be afraid to say no more often. Set clear work-life limits, such as not checking emails after a certain time each day, protecting your lunch breaks, and other things that are important to you. To prevent burnout, use time blocking and calendar reminders for both work and rest. Key change number 2, rebuild recovery time. Your brain and body need downtime to function. Rest is non-negotiable. Prioritize quality sleep. Take real breaks, and I don't mean just doom scrolling on social media. Take a mini escape, like walking outside. To prevent burnout, schedule regular white space in your week, meaning no plans, just space to breathe. Having free time may be scary to someone who likes to plan every minute of each day, but it may be necessary to clear your mind. Key change number 3, reevaluate purpose. Burnout thrives when your work, be it in your home or a professional setting, feels meaningless. Realign with what matters in your career or family. Reflect on your values and find ways to align work or life with them. Even small shifts can help. To prevent burnout, do a weekly, monthly, or even quarterly purpose check-in by asking yourself, does this still serve me? Key change number 4, reconnect with people. You're not meant to beat burnout or even live your life alone. Isolation worsens burnout. Support reduces it. Reach out to people you trust, such as a friend, mentor, coach, or therapist. Schedule a time to get together, meet with them, or check in. To prevent burnout, build in regular social connections, even if it's just a short coffee chat, phone call, or meeting. And key change number 5, reshape the workload. Trying to do everything perfectly is a fast track to burnout. I am a clear example of this. Learn to work smarter, not harder. Delegate, simplify, and let go of perfectionism as best as you can. To prevent burnout, regularly review your workload and consider what you can eliminate or delegate moving forward. When attempting to beat burnout, some days you'll feel great, others not so much, and that's okay. Be patient with the process. Check out episode number 61, Patience is Possible, for some suggested key changes to be more patient with progress. Breaking free from burnout can be an endless cycle. However, it is not impossible. Even when it feels like you're back at square one, every small step counts. Healing doesn't follow a straight line. It's more like a messy, winding path. What matters most is consistency, not perfection. Breaking free from the burnout cycle is about learning to rest without guilt, setting boundaries that stick, and giving yourself grace when the energy just isn't there. You're not failing. You're healing, which is the process of restoring your emotional, mental, and physical well-being after being overwhelmed or overextended for too long. Reconnect with yourself and your values so you can rebuild your energy in a sustainable way to thrive again. Access the show notes for resources to help you and those you love serve or lead to grow. My main work is public speaking, so if you feel the contents of this episode or any of my talks or courses would add value to your school, company, or organization, let's have a conversation. How are we making key changes to break free from the burnout cycle? Thanks for listening. If you haven't done so yet, please consider rating and reviewing the Making Key Changes podcast on the Apple Podcast app. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with others and joining me again next week. In my coming episodes, I'll discuss topics that are most passionate to me, along with things I've been researching or areas of my life I have changed or want to change. You can learn more about me on my website, makingkeychanges.com. Feel free to message me through there or reach out on social media. I'd love to hear from you and learn about what key changes you hope to make.